And welcome back to the main event. We have a double header PPV PLE, depending on what company you look at this weekend, and we're going to discuss it. Nothing really much more than that to discuss this week, but I do want to open this video up with a special little thing. I haven't told Matt I was doing this, but I don't think he'll have a problem with it. Me and Matt will compare things to football on a regular basis, and in the world of football, there was a tragedy this week, and obviously the fellas haven't recorded anything since then. So I will like to put this video out in memory of Andre Silva and Diogo Jota. They both sadly passed away in a car accident this week. It's hit the football world massively. If you're not a football fan, you probably would have heard about it anyway. But yeah. The fellas will. This video is for Diogo and Andre. May they rest in peace.
Yeah, thoughts go out to the friends and family. It's sad, man. I've seen people from all teams say, it's sad and shit. And then I've obviously seen people trying to fucking do TikToks on it, and I'm like, you being serious? But no, rest in peace, Diogo. Not a United player, obviously, but it was fucking quality. I love Diogo Jota. I always bought him on Footy Manager.
He was, for me, he's who Liverpool's number striker should have been out and out each week, but injuries and stuff like that. But yeah, thoughts go to the family and friends, teammates from all over the world. Yes, in this sad time.
Yeah.
But Matthew, how are we doing?
Same shit, different week, mate. Same shit. Nothing's shit. I have applied for a new job today.
Oh, nice.
Applied for Lego.
They're
looking for a sales advisor. Lego.
I think Zoe's nightmare would be if I went and worked either in the Lego shop or a shop selling Pokemon cards.
Mate, that'd be my other one.
Never had any wages, but no, good luck. I've applied for a few myself recently, but I haven't heard back yet. But no, and I think I've done much myself this week. Working, I'm in good place. All in, really excited for Women's Evolution. We've just done our picks. I'm a bit more excited for the Evolution, so I didn't really know the card, but maybe one or two matches. Sounds like it'd be a good one. We will be live for both of them. We've just discovered, we believe, All In's at 8 p.m.
Yep.
So yes, we will be live for them. Look out on the TikTok page for the start times for when we go live. We will make a TikTok.
I'm hoping Saturday night's main event starts at 12 and not 1. I'm hoping, but they've not put it on yet.
What time's Evolution start? No, Evolution's the next day, isn't it?
Evolution's at 12 p.m. on Monday morning for us. So I will be. I don't know if you're doing Evolution. I'm definitely doing Evolution, so I will be up for Evolution. We're doing All In. Saturday's main event. There's only 3 matches announced at the moment, so we'll see.
See what time that kicks off. I'll wait it up and watch that with you.
What, Evolution?
Main event. I don't think it'll be Evolution. I'll explain that afterwards.
That's fine.
But yeah, let's crack into it then. Let's talk All In. Let's talk Evolution. Let's talk Saturday night main event. It's triple header.
Well, before we do, I've screenshotted a few things I just want to discuss with you that I've seen people put on social media, because I find it really interesting that people put this kind of information out. So this is a list of active wrestlers, WWE wrestlers, and their last world title reigns, and how last time they won them, right? And some of them I didn't even think of. Drew McIntyre was a year ago, obviously WrestleMania. Bianca Belair, her last world title reign was 2 years ago, which for Bianca seems a hell of a long time.
Feels like it weren't that long ago.
I know. Alexa Bliss, her last world title reign was in 2018.
Yeah, you think Bliss had what? Bliss has been away for about a year and a bit, and
2023 she went out.
So she's been away 2 years.
2017 till 2023. She won NAFL. She won tag titles.
She was in the storyline with Bray.
Yeah.
Still pointing your finger on TV.
Still didn't win a world title. AJ Styles last won the WWE title 7 years ago, 2018 in Manchester. I was there.
Travesty.
Kevin Owens is now 8 years without a world title.
Don't even get me started on KO.
There's one more before him. Finn Balor, 9 years ago.
Don't. Go.
Chad Gable never won a world title. Karrion Kross has never won the world title, and Sami Zayn hasn't won the world title.
Sami Zayn, out of the last three, obviously I'd love Kieran to go and do something. Chad's more, I would say, intercontinental US run would be great first. Sami needs a world title. And then Kevin and Finn, it can piss me off. Finn never got his rematch after his injury. Should have done something with Seth and Finn with the Universal. Or even had Finn as the Demon beat Brock the Beast. I actually thought that would have happened. Kevin Owens to go 8 years?
Why did you think
just
that
to
would
build up just if they did the Demon, just to build the Demon up stronger against beating Brock.
It's Brock Lesnar. There was only fucking 3 people that were beating Brock Lesnar.
That makes the Demon special, though. That's what I'm saying.
You know he was in charge at the time, don't you?
Yeah, I know. Leave me alone. But Kev Owens, 8 years.
Yeah, Kev's a joke.
Kev Owens, 8 years without a world title. Kev Owens took the Universal title and actually made it something good because Finn had to drop it with injury.
Yeah. Kev was sick.
The Universal title, obviously Brock had it most of the time, but the Universal title belonged to Kev Owens. He made it relevant. He gave it its prestige. It's crazy. There's other people. Tommaso. How long has it been since Tommaso's held the world champion?
He hasn't held the world
Tommaso and Gold. Yeah. So I say Tommaso and Goldie was great. Absolutely awesome.
You can do the same for fucking a lot of them. Gargano.
Yeah.
Adam Cole's not won a world title since Ring of Honor.
But Adam Cole should have. He won NXT, didn't he? But
that's not world title.
Adam Cole should have been the AEW world title all in one.
Andrade, I know you don't like him, but Andrade. Aleister Black. Bobby Roode.
Bobby's a travesty.
Dolph. Won the world title in 2013. That was the last time.
Sheamus.
20.
Playing a small run not that long ago.
13.
Playing a little small run not that long ago.
No, he's not won any. No, because Roman's had it since 2020. And then Rollins had the Universal title. And he never won the WWE title. Because Brock had it in Kofi.
Oh, it was US I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, no, a lot of them. And as much as, again, maybe it's character-wise, but Cesaro never won a world title. When he was Red Hot, he should have done. Red Hot, he should have won a world title. Rusev at one point was Red Hot. He should have won a world title. Shinsuke.
Third one. Vince's reasoning for them not winning is because of the language barrier. Even though Claudio or Cesaro speaks perfectly fine, and so does Miro. Well, Rusev. Shinsuke, I can get.
Solo. I know we take the piss out of Solo, but Solo should have won fucking Summit last year.
I'm calling it. If you want us to take Solo, I am literally calling it. Triple H, if you watch, you know what you watch. We know you watch us. You don't have to follow us and tell us. We remember under your alias to terrorize in the early days. If you want Solo to be taken serious and this new family group to be taken serious, put the world title around his waist.
Yep. It's stupid.
Don't have Jacob, and also don't have Jacob beat down all 3 members while they're in the car on his own the following week.
So, Another thing that the wrestling community I'm calling you out for, you all fucking idiots, is someone put a eliminator thing, and you've got to eliminate women's wrestlers over a certain amount of period of time. They vote for the woman on that picture who they want to go first. So it's out. There's a bunch of them. There's Bianca, Naomi, Asuka, Rhea, Roxanne, Toni Storm, Io Sky, Stephanie Vicker, Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, Mercedes Moné, and Charlotte Flair. And each time they'll say, right, who do you want to eliminate? And the most names that get mentioned will be eliminated from that list until there's one final person that everybody wants. This was 5 picks in, and this is who they've eliminated. And I'm saying this because this proves how stupid the internet wrestling community is. Naomi's gone. Toni Storm's gone. Becky Lynch has gone. Charlotte Flair has gone. Rhea Ripley has been eliminated from that list. So that what's left is Bianca, Roxanne, Liv, Steph, Io, and Asuka. So when we call out,
I might offend people.
When we call out the wrestling community, you're fucking idiots. And that
when you've eliminated 2 of the biggest name in women's wrestling history, is Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch.
And Rhea.
Well, I'm getting to Rhea.
Okay.
So the 2 of the biggest name, probably 2 of the pioneers. Listen, we can all say, well, let's be honest, the 2 of the people that changed the landscape for women's wrestling, massive part in it, Becky and Charlotte. Got the face of female wrestling, Rhea Ripley, you've eliminated. You've got the face of AEW's female division, forget Mercedes Moné, Toni Storm, and Bianca Belair, who has been steadfast in WWE for the last few years. And you leave me with Roxanne, who's barely broken through NXT. Liv, great. Liv's great. Liv probably deserves to still be in there. Stephanie Vicker, you've only known about her for 3 months. Probably a bit longer, that'll change me. But you didn't know about her before she came to NXT. Yeah. Who else was left?
Bianca.
Bianca still left?
Yeah.
Oh, Bianca deserves to be in there then.
Asuka.
Who else? Yeah, I'll give you Asuka.
Io.
I'm going to give you Io.
And Mercedes.
Enough said.
So yeah, all in. Great American Bash. Saturday night's main event. Evolution. All this weekend. WWE able to blame for it. Because All In was already set for this weekend, and then WWE went, fuck it, we'll put three fucking things on at fucking same time. We'll start with Saturday night's. Yeah, we'll start off with
Everyone see Goldberg, right?
No, well, we'll get on to Goldberg in a minute on Raw. Great American Bash. There's always 3 matches been announced, which is weird for NXT because normally by now there's like 5 already set. However, I'm guessing because there's going to be a big women's battle royal on Evolution, they don't want to put a lot of women's matches on there. They've got two already. But we've got Sol Rucker defending their NXT North American Women's Championship against Izzy Dame. And then we've got Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe versus Fatal Influence of JCJ and Fallon Henley. And we've got Oba Femi versus Yoshiki Inamura with Josh Briggs. Inamura, obviously, was supposed to... what we believed his contract was over, and he went... It wasn't. It was all a storyline. He came back and saved Josh Briggs from getting beaten down, and it's him versus Oba Femi for the world title. I'm not going to lie and sit here and say, NXT's been brilliant. I've not watched NXT in the last couple of weeks. Last 3 weeks. I've just not been interested in what's going on. I think Trick needs to drop this TNA world title and give it to someone in TNA and go up to the main roster. Santana just... I thought he had a wasp. I was going to shit myself. Yeah, he needs to give it to Santana or Matt Cardona or just anyone in NXT at TNA at this point would be nice. and just put him up to the main roster, whether it's Raw or SmackDown, just do something with him. Obafemi, I think he's just run out of people now. I think that they don't want to bring him up just yet because he'll get lost with big men being already there, and obviously after Bloodline are big. And then you've got Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, and I think he'll just get lost. Oh, you've got Rusev back, you've got Shamo there, so he's probably just going to get a bit lost wherever you put him. Plus, each scene, the mid-card scene, the world title scene is all packed. So I think they're stuck what to do with Obafemi at the moment.
You know, imagine booking Obafemi against Dirty Dom right now.
Do you know what I mean? So
Dirty Dom is going to be holding that IC title for a while, cheating his way through it for a while. You can't have him take down big Obafemi.
That's what I mean. And then you can't put him in the world title scene because you've got Gunther, you've got Rollins, you've got Zayn, you've got Uso. LA Knight looks like he's put himself in there. Roman's going to come back soon and be placed in there. Over on the SmackDown side, you've got Cody, you've got Cena. That's it. Because it's a love fest between them two. So yeah, that's Great American Bash. That's on at the same time. So now we know timings. That's on at the same time as All In. So I will have it on my TV, but I'll be mainly watching All In. I'll have to go back and watch NXT. Obviously tonight is NXT, so a few more matches will probably be announced. We'll probably have the North American title online. Ethan Page will probably defend it. We might have Trick versus someone from TNA for the TNA title, and Trick wins, so it still sets up for Slammiversary between the three, between Joe Hendry and Santana. We could potentially have the Heritage Cup on the line. I don't know. But yeah, that's Great American Bash. Saturday night's main event. Again, there's only been 3 matches been announced. Drew McIntyre, who I thought was still injured, and from what I thought isn't going to do anything, but he's in a match against Randy Orton. LA Knight against Seth Rollins, which is going to be mint because the storyline has just been growing and growing and growing. And then the Goldberg versus Gunther, which we'll get into thoughts on Goldberg and Gunther in a minute. Then we have All In. Well, before Saturday Night's main event, we have All In. All In's, we know what AEW pay-per-view. It's their WrestleMania. They're going to go all out. We'll go through All In soon. And Evolution has got 7 matches, folks. It's not got 5. It's got 7. It's a big one. So yeah, Goldberg, Gunther. I think Goldberg's winning, but I also think Seth's cashing in. I keep saying this after every pay-per-view. He will cash in soon. Because this is his retirement match. He's not going on after this. I do think he'll get his big, you've won it, happy days, and then Seth cashes in.
Yeah, I can see what you're thinking there. I personal preference would like to see him cashing in Big John. Do that, babe.
Oh, same by miles. I said it the other week.
I feel Seth belongs in that club that can take that title.
Yep.
And I think it's about time Seth gets that rub on it because Seth, if you think Seth's been in a crucial part of that title story for the last 12 months, but never actually been in that title scene.
Yep.
So yeah, I would see it the other way around. You can also see where you're coming from. If this is Gunther's retirement match, Seth cashes in, takes it off him.
Yep. And then you don't have to do anything with a vacant title or a tournament to decide who goes to SummerSlam to face. Cody's facing Cena. To face for the world title. So.
See, that's the ideal SummerSlam for me. As much as I want John to walk out of it and we have a revamp of it, so SummerSlam be the right place for Seth to cash in. Cody wins, Seth cashes in, and then we've got the Cody Seth story, a proper Cody Seth story, not the short-lived one that we got from WrestleMania to Hell in a Cell.
Yep. Aye, agreed. Well, there's nothing else been announced. The only thing I can see being announced is something to do with the Bloodline. Because there's only 3 matches. There's going to be one more thrown in. Unless LA Knight and Seth Rollins are going to have a full fucking 40 minutes to do something about doubt it.
Yeah, we might get something Jacob and Solo.
Yeah, might have.
Or Jimmy and Jacob.
versus Solo and whatever his Talatonga or whatever his name is.
I would throw Jay in there for shits and gigs. I'm a triple threat 6-man.
Jay.
Or a Tama, if you're talking to returning Tamas.
Jay's in this fucking storyline, isn't he? With Seth. He got absolutely beaten down by Braun, bro.
Tama.
Yeah, Tamatonga could return. Yeah. We'll go to Evolution. We'll leave All until last because that's the big talking point. 7-match card. Jade Cargill, Naomi. No holds barred. We've done our predictions. We're not going to think who's going to win or anything. So go and watch the prediction video when that is out on Thursday. By the way, I do apologise. I did say the GM mode video was going to be out next week. I totally fucking forgot to put it out. That is on me. I worked all weekend for the first time in fucking ages. And I was going to get it out Saturday. I totally fucking forgot. So I apologise. It will not be out. It won't be out this week. It won't be out next week either because we've got the Temu video next week and I really want to get that out. So I can talk about stuff that we've got and potentially you're going to see some of it. You see some of it already and you're going to see some of it the weekend with John. So I need to get that video out. So that'll go out next week. Then it'll be GM mode. I'm hoping we can carry on with the GM mode. I'm going to see if Ted's alright to do it that week to kind of get his mind away from what's going on. But that's a whole different thing. So I apologise. It will be out in 2 weeks. I apologise, UCGC. My bad. Jay Cargill, Naomi. Like I said, we're not going to tell you his wins. Go and check out the video when that's out Thursday. But yeah, Jay Cargill, Naomi, no holds barred. Becky, Bayley, Lyra. Obviously, we said Becky's potentially going to film. Is it 911? You said something like that.
Reno 911. It's like a comedy thing. Reno 911.
There you go.
Exactly.
For the Intercontinental Women's Championship, we got a Battle Royal for the winner receiving a World Championship match at Clash in Paris. We've got a Fatal 4-Way match for the Women's Tag Titles, Judgment Day, Charlotte and Alexa, Sora Kazaria, and the Kabuki Warriors who are back together. Because they can't find anything else to do with fucking Asuka. Io Rhea for the Women's World Title, and JC Jane versus Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship. That is Evolution on Sunday, 12 a.m. in the UK on Netflix. We are not sponsored. I wish we were.
Stand correctly. It's a new program called Movers.
There you go. There you go. So yes, come join us 12 p.m. I'll probably go live about 11:45. Come join us for Evolution. Should be good. All in.
Bye.
All in. Now, I'm not excited about as much as about this All In. I don't know whether it's because it's in Texas and not in London. Because I just feel, after watching All In the last few years in London, the crowd and the atmosphere, I'm probably being a bit biased as well, being from the UK, but it seems to be a bit more up for it. And they seem to go more all out, which, no pun intended, all out for All In. But the card's stacked. We can't say it's not stacked. There will be probably another match announced, I reckon. There's only 8 matches. Plus, there's probably going to be about 3-4 0-hour matches being announced as well. Hurt Syndicate versus Jet Speed, which is Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey, versus the Patriarchy of Christian Cage and Nick Wayne for the tag titles. Adam Cole, Kyle Fletcher, TNT title. Swerve and Will versus the Young Bucks. If Swerve and Will win, they cannot challenge. The Bucks will be stripped of the EVP's titles. If the EVPs win, Ospreay and Strickland cannot challenge for the AEW World Title. We have a women's casino gauntlet match. We have a men's casino gauntlet match. Winner facing respective champs. Okada and Omega to unify the Continental and the International Championships to make the Unified Championship. What a name. John Moxley and Adam Page. Texas Death Match for the AEW World Title. And Timeless Tony Storm versus Mercedes Moné for the AEW Women's World Title. John, question. Match you're looking forward to the most?
Tag match.
Tag match?
Bucks against Swerve and Ospreay.
Syndicate? Oh, okay.
No, that one. That one or the main event. Mox and Hangman. I think there's matches there that could steal. I think Kyle Fletcher and Adam Cole could steal the show.
Definitely
but as I said to you before, we could also get a Jimmy and Jay at WrestleMania again, and it just absolutely flop. Okada, Omega, it's 5th time running. It's going to be a good match, but I'm not hyped because I've seen it 4 times already. Tony Storm and Mercedes Moné might surprise us and be quite good. But for me, the death match is going to probably upset a few people because there'll be stuff in there that they're not expecting. So we'll probably have a barrage of stuff to talk about again on Tuesday. But yeah, the stipulation that's been added to that tag match, I've set up the predictions, so go and watch them when they come out on Thursday. Potentially changes the landscape for the next 12 months in AEW because everybody's got Will Ospreay or Swerve to be champion within the next 12. Most people's got Will Ospreay to be champion within a month at Forbidden Door. If that doesn't go that way, it changed the whole landscape and potential new challengers, fresh faces going for the title instead of the same people. I know Will's challenged Moxley to it before. But yeah, I am actually really looking forward to it. I'm looking at the card again. There is literally only one match on the card that I'm not looking forward to, and that's the triple threat tag match.
What? You're not looking forward to the hurts? It hurt people.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm sorry.
They hurt people.
Yeah, no. Even with Christian Cage and Nick Wayne in there and Kevin Knight and Speedball, I reckon Speedball and Kevin Knight and Nick Wayne could potentially steal the match from the other 3 with stuff they can do. But other than that, yeah, I reckon we might see a triple threat, a 6-man tag between the Ops and Death Riders potentially added. There is going to be another match.
Oh, with Gabe Kidd, yeah.
Yeah, with Gabe Kidd with Pac's not fit. Then you've got the potential of like Okada, Takeshita get involved there, and Kota Ibushi getting involved to set up something down the line there. But 2 are going to steal a night. For me, it's the Bucks and Swerve and Ospreay Bucks versus Ospreay and Swerve, and then Hangman and Mox. If you watched Hangman's death matches against Page, people complain about it for weeks and weeks, and then Mox. All I have to say, baseball bat with a nail to the back.
Don't get me started. I watched a death match with Paige the other day on YouTube. I think I told you. I'm sure I told you. Because I told you last week I told you. Can't remember which one it was. Was it Mox? Has he had one against Mox before? Already?
My memory.
I watched one the other week, and it was okay. I enjoyed it. It wasn't OTT as much as I thought it was going to be.
It depends how OTT these two are willing to go, because they are willing to go OTT.
Of course they are. You can look up Moxley.
Absolutely, and I feel the way Hangers or way Mox is at the moment. Mox is the unstoppable. Nothing stops him. Baseball bat with nails to the back didn't stop him. And the way Hangers has been, especially with Swerve's deathmatch, the last one in the cage, in particular, I feel this one is going to be over the top. I feel like we could borderline like a Saw movie with it, with the stuff they're going to come out with.
Oh, I might watch Great American Bash.
But then at the same point, it could be over expectation and not fulfill it. Still be a slap match. We could probably see, thumbtacks and tables and the usual stuff, barbed wire, but not to the extent of a needle for each cheek, and then curb stomped on cinder blocks.
I could potentially see the cinder block one. I don't think we'll get the nail.
Yeah.
At the
no, I don't.
Needle.
And then obviously we've got the potential of Mox bringing his plastic bag to the ring again.
Oh yeah, Baghead. Yeah. Baghead Mox. Yeah.
And then is that you got as well. You've got to with this. You've got to remember as well. If you don't do a match with the Ops and the Death Rider, you've got the Ops and the Death Riders getting involved. Marina Schaefer, getting involved with, you know, what I mean, there's opportunity there. Hangman being handcuffed to the ropes and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
There's different avenues
it's
that
got
can go
potential.
down.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, one thing that I've not done our picks on, so we're going to do it on the day, is the Casino Battle Royals, both the men's and the women's. Now, obviously, in the men's, they've announced 3, Briscoe, MJF, and Mystico, is that right? Mystico?
yeah. Mystical. Yeah,
And the women's, the only one that's been announced is Chris Statlander. Now, obviously, the winner of these Battle Royals go on to face the AEW women's and men's world champions, respectively. Obviously, if people are like me, they like to see a good debut, one that actually does something. So last year, Ricochet debuted in the Casino Battle Royal, and at the time, I slagged it off because I didn't understand why you brought someone in and didn't do fucking something with him by putting fucking fireworks on him and fucking letting him go. Because he's an ex-WWE guy and we all hate WWE. But I think Ricochet, and I can't believe I'm fucking saying this, I think Ricochet over the year has actually grew into this heel character well. And I think he's actually doing the character, he's doing well with the character.
yeah. Oddly, one of the things I enjoy each week.
Yeah, same.
It's not great. It's not
No, it's
amazing.
not
It's not
perfect.
the
It's not
greatest heel
pristine.
ever.
Anything. Yeah, no, but like,
But it's oddly one of the things I enjoy.
that's it. And if it's bringing people in to watch, then you're doing something right. As much as I fucking hate giving Ricochet any props, I can't not because he's done it well.
But that's the old kayfabe thing. That's the old kayfabe. But this was kayfabe is dead in this current day and age. Is if it's a heel and you don't like them for whatever reason, they're doing the job.
Yeah, no, correct. I just didn't like. I didn't like Ricochet in WWE when he was a babyface. I hate him.
Yeah.
I still think his promo work shit. I still don't think he's
Yeah.
fucking. He's just not getting better. Like, mate, if you're not getting better now, then what the fuck are you doing?
You could do with a manager, a proper manager.
Well, apparently
Proper
Samantha
mouthpiece.
Irvine is supposed to be coming into AEW, and she wanted to be a manager, so that could potentially work because obviously they're husband and wife.
Yeah.
Some people we could see the releases that happened. Sonya Deville, even though she said she's not going to wrestle again, but people have said that before. Isla Dawn is apparently very interested, and AEW are very interested in bringing Isla Dawn in. So that could be one we see in the Battle Royal. Blair Davenport. B Priestley. Oh, people want to see me stream, but if you haven't, why not? One Up My 89 on Twitch. King JB 1988 over on fucking Twitch. Ted the Tank 88. Go check us all out. I found my envelope for the signed pictures.
Seen it. I seen it.
Found them. And I've got some I didn't even know. I got Penta to sign a photo. Didn't know I did it. God knows where I got him to fucking sign it. But I got some. So if you want to see him, come over to Twitch because I'm not showing them in. Fuck you. Yeah, B Priestley could be there. Cedric is now signed to TNA. So he will not be appearing for the Hurt Syndicate, as we all thought. AOP. Could one of them make a debut in the Battle Royale? Probably not. Then we've got releases that happen in May. Now, is it 60 days they have? 60 days? So potentially, depending on May, June, July. We're in July now. I don't think we would.
I can't remember what the precise date was.
Yeah. So the May 2025 releases were Strowman, Dakota Kai, Shayna Baszler, Kaden Carter, Katana Chance, Cora Jade, Gigi Dolan, Eddie Thorpe, Riley Osborne, Chikara Jackson, Ora Mensa, Javier Bernal, Joe Coffey, Mark Coffey, Wolfgang, Danny Palmer, and Shotzi, and Carlito. Now, Shotzi is obviously doing stuff on the indie. She's calling herself the new indie god, which Matt Cardona is wrestling for, which I think is fucking great. And I think that suits Shotzi more than being in a company. I think her doing the indie stuff, I think it's perfect for her. I think potentially, if we do see any of them, I think we'll probably be Shayna and Dakota and Cora.
I don't think we'll see Strowman. I think Strowman's done.
Yeah, Strowman's done. I think he's already come out and said he's happy not doing wrestling. He can't do it
Yeah.
anymore.
I wouldn't mind seeing Gallus over there.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, Mark, Joe Coffey getting a decent run. They should have been in the main roster ages ago. Also, I don't know if he sent it to you or not. I can't remember if he put it what group he put it in. He might not have done, but I think there's not a secret, but a quiet partnership going on as well with AEW at the moment with MLW because
Not Riddle.
MGF.
We ain't getting
MGF
Riddle.
turned up in the middle of a match a few weeks back. Yeah, but I think it was to do along the lines of the storyline with Mystico. But MGF turned up in MLW a few weeks back. So we could potentially see some MLW guys. Hammerstone's back there. Like say Riddle. Suzuki's there. So we could potentially there. And then you got to remember as well, some people have been missing from TV for different reasons. You got Darby Allin's just climbed Everest and he's done. It's whether he can come straight back in because I don't know what it tells. Orange Cassidy hasn't been seen on TV for weeks, maybe months. Trying to think of other people that we haven't seen. Brian Anderson, all I want to say, he's been doing stuff with ROH. It won't put it past Tony for him in there. Britt, you could
I think Britt's done. Britt's done.
Yeah, I think Britt's done. So yeah, the gauntlet matches, mate, have a tendency to have a surprise entrance in them. I don't know how they're doing it either this year because they used to do them where they assigned like 4 or 5 wrestlers a suit from a deck of cards.
Yeah, someone got the Joker or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the Joker was always the surprise entrance. And that was usually 9 out of 10 times the debut. That's where we've seen Brian Cage come in. Like Ethan Page made his debut under that sort of thing as well. Scorpio Sky came back this week.
Oh, he did.
As well.
I loved it. I loved that. I thought it was great.
Scorp's back, and I hope he does. He looks like he's going to be working with CD as like a manager sort of thing, which would be great.
I thought that was a great return.
But then, yeah, we've got obviously the Ring of Honor guys who could jump in there too. So yeah, but we haven't obviously watch picks on Thursday. We haven't picked these. We will call them on the night.
Yeah, we will
before the match gets going. And they'll be locked in. Just because we literally have 3 names for the men's and 1 name for the females. You could probably guess, but you don't want to put a guess in there and then that person not actually enter it.
Yeah, and then you're fucked.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll leave them to the day. What time do you normally work till? Is it 9 on Saturday?
9.
Okay.
I'll get that sort. That's not a problem.
Yeah, cool. I've heard no rumours about, or normally you hear rumours that this person's around, or like at WrestleMania you always say, oh, this person's there, maybe, and shit like that, but I've not heard anything.
I haven't seen anything or heard anything, and I'm liking it again. I think it was something recently we didn't like it. And you know what? This is the way it should be, because they spoil things. So I don't know if you've watched Chris Daniels, Chris Van Vliet interview.
No, I've not yet.
He touches on his obviously final match and stuff, and he was actually annoyed because Brian Alvarez leaked it was his final match before he announced it was his final match, and he made a passing comment about the dirt sheets spoiling things. And it made me think, it's like, stop them at letting them in your locker room. Stop letting them know what you're doing.
Yeah, we said that a few times now, haven't
we? But no, I haven't seen any spoilers. Only one potentially, let's say, was if they have a 6-man tag with the Ops and Death Riders, it would be potential Gabe Kidd. unless there's something planned for New Japan that weekend. But it's not here to tell us.
I don't think Darby Allin is probably going to be there. I've just seen a report saying he hurt himself during a reckless car stunt he tried to do. So
Yeah. So Darby, but no, I reckon if potentially Orange would be the one.
I think Orange will be. I think Orange will be in there. Definitely. Not seen him for some time now, have you? So
no. I'm trying to think it's anybody. Kingston.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know how close Kingston is for his return. I don't know how close he is. I haven't watched any of these videos of Cesar recently. Yeah, you could sit here and you could literally go through free agents.
Yeah, you can rattle off. Yeah, you can do. You can rattle off loads, can't you? Matt Cardona potentially making an appearance, kind of thing.
Cool.
Baron Corbin, whatever his name is on the Indies.
Yeah, well, he's in MLW, isn't he? So
I thought he was independent.
yeah, well, he's working with an independent contract, but I think he's doing some stuff in MLW.
Because he was at Maple Leaf Wrestling the other week. Which seems to be... I've been watching a few Maple Leaf Wrestling shows. They seem pretty decent, to be fair, what they're putting on. Billy Gunn seems to be like one of the heads of fucking on the show all the time.
This is it. It's run by Scott D'Amore.
Yeah.
Do a partnership with AEW and let Scott D'Amore book you AEW stuff as well.
No, don't do a partnership with AEW, for fuck's sake. Stop doing partnerships with WWE or AEW. Just do your own fucking thing.
Yeah, but it needs more than it.
Not really. Look at TNA. TNA didn't have a partner. The only partnership they had was NWA because that's how they came a part of it.
But what I mean is they're only doing pay-per-views at the moment, so if they want more TV time for some of the stars that's just wrestling for them, they're going to have to start doing TVs. And the other way of doing that is working with somebody if they don't want to do TVs and just do pay-per-views.
I just wouldn't.
I don't like the partnerships, but if that's what they need to do, keep them going, because they're using a lot of the AEW guys anyway.
Only because I know what'll happen. Because WWE are doing it with AAA. And done it with one or two people coming from TNA, potentially with Santana as well.
Just checked it. He's with MLW, Baron Corbin.
Alright. Like Santana's apparently been looked at by WWE. Joe Hendry's going to sign for WWE. Jordan Grace has signed for WWE. Then we're looking at AAA and we've got Psycho the Clown and shit like that. Like, and I know we said it,
Jr.
But like AEW do the exact same fucking thing. It's just looked at differently because it's looking better for the business if they do it. And it's shit for all around.
I don't like the partnerships, mate. I didn't. I said this when the TNA started the AEW, the WWE one. I don't like the partnership unless that company is struggling, and you're doing it to save that company. That's different. But like you say, like look at what's happened. So WWE's worked with them. Jordan Grace has come across. We already know Joe Henry's earmarked when his contract's done. They'll come across. Santana's another one. You go to AAA. Psycho, Mr. Iguana, Pentagon Jr. They're all signed. You could go. You look at. I'm trying to think. TNA. Who came from TNA when AEW did it? Good Brothers.
Jay Lethal. Or was he already there?
Well, I think he was already there.
Jarrett.
But Jarrett potentially, yeah. But then I know the Maple Leaf. They already use a lot of their talent though because they've got call him Alexander's there. He wrestles for them. Athena wrestles for them. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the partnerships, but if it's done right, then yeah.
But and then on the other hand, I suppose I know what you're kind of saying as well. Because on the other hand, if you look at the WWE TNA partnership, TNA is selling out every show now, and they haven't done that since 2000 in the early 2000s. They're selling out shows.
it's helping them out. It's absolutely helping them out. But at the same point, you can see that there is the undertone of we are literally just using this to see what talent we want from you
Yeah, of course they are.
and making it easy to sign them. Because all they do is like do Jordan Grace, bring her in the Royal Rumble as a
But
TNA champion.
in AEW doing the same thing. So we take Stephanie Vaquer. Before she went to NXT, she was being signed to AEW.
Yeah,
And because she did one show for AEW, they were poaching her.
I think the difference there is that, and it just with Stephanie Vaquer, is that she was wrestling for New Japan. Now, when they wrestle with New Japan, they're not. It's basically an independent contract, so there's still like a free agent there. I think with, and obviously this is just my views. I think with the TNA one is it literally is right. Yeah, you're getting over in TNA. Let's bring you across to NXT. Let's maybe put you on a Royal Rumble entrance, so you get a taste of what it's like to be on a bigger scale. Some of these superstars, Jordan Grace, for example, she the biggest that she had was TNA. She got in at the Royal Rumble, got absolutely loved at the Royal Rumble, got the taste of it, signed
Jordan
automatically.
Grace is probably the wrong one to use because she already said before any of this happened she wanted to go WWE. It was a hope and dreams.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But at the same point, having the taste of the big time on a major pay per view helps sweeten the deal.
oh no, of
Mike
course it
Santana, I
did.
won't use Mike Santana because Mike Santana's left AEW. He's been at AEW. That's why I didn't use Mike Santana because he's been at AEW. Wasn't happy at AEW because he was in a tag team that never got used. Had a falling out with his tag team partner. Completely split up. That's why I didn't use Santana. Ethan, be the same. Ethan didn't get used properly at AEW, and I said it when he went across. Well done to Ethan going across there because he deserved more.
Yeah.
It's like football, mate. It's like the tapping up thing for me that it can be seen as. And I agree, AEW probably do it as well. Probably do it. They
They
probably
do
do
it
it
with New
on a.
Japan.
Would they not do?
I know New Japan. You said is
Oh,
independent
100
contracts,
percent,
but they do it with New Japan. But it's seen
100%.
differently because it's and this is not me doing a WWE thing because I do think the TNA thing I agree with what you're saying with that. But when I look at AEW, no one mentions it about AEW. It's great for AEW. Thank God to get that. How do you think? I'm not talking about yourself, but like in general, people look at it as a great thing because now we've got Takeshita on AEW, and Okada on AEW, and Ibushi on AEW, and Shibata on
Yeah,
AEW, and Mina Shirakawa on AEW, and it's like great. They're all fantastic wrestlers, every single one of them. But now you look at New Japan, and no
yeah,
wonder
yeah,
it's losing
yeah.
eyes.
I think on
And
the New
Gabe Kidd
Japan
as
one,
well.
and
Gabe Kidd recently.
this would be the same. New Japan have been doing this for years before AEW existed. WWE did it with WWE and TNA. New Japan have that thing where they send people out on excursions for a year or two, and they send them to America. So they did it with Okada. Okada went to TNA. I think Shinsuke went somewhere, and did they do it themselves? They in New Japan they hurt themselves by letting these people do the
Yeah, they
excursions.
do. They do.
They hurt themselves. So you look at Takeshita as a prime example. If they kept Takeshita on the New Japan and independent circuit, let him do some Red Pro in the UK, a bit of maybe GCW or whatever in America, but kept him away from TNA, AEW, WWE, they would have a megastar of their own. But they
Yeah.
don't. They've let him come and do an excursion. Um, Gabe Kidd. Gabe Kidd's a weird one at the moment because I believe his contract's up, but they've just made him a champion over there to try and keep him. But they're letting him taste the big light in AEW as well. But yeah, no, if they, I get it. They do poach New Japan. They do absolutely poach the stars, but at the same point, I think some of their stars, as contract comes to the end, and they're their own enemies. Their own enemies been letting them do. But there is the handful, so Ted will probably back me up. They've had Shota. I think Shota's soon the same, but Shota, they let him come over, but then they've held him like captive over there. He's not letting him return to any American shows. He's got links with Moxley. He was Moxley's young lion trainee. And I think New Japan need to do that. They need to hold on to the
Yeah.
talent.
Agreed.
I know I've got Forbidden Door and they've got the Degree, and that's what that pay per view is all about. AEW, New Japan. Don't let them have everybody.
Yeah.
You just and it's the same with TNA. Look at TNA. Don't let them have everybody go to WWE. They've kept some people away from it, rightly so.
I think the thing that TNA are probably grateful for is half their stars have come from WWE, and they don't want to go back. Like Nick Nemeth, they don't want to go back. Or Kurt
My favorite
Hawkins.
line from one of my favorite things from the Cody Kevin Owens things. We're going to talk about Cardona, the big independent guy who always talks about why he's never been
Yeah,
signed
why
to
is
WWE
he?
again.
If no one's seen the Cody Rhodes Kevin Owens podcast thing, go and watch it. It's fucking great. It's so good.
Absolutely amazing.
And do you know what? I
It's
watched the
absolutely
Damian
amazing.
Priest one as well the other day. The Damian Priest one's great as well. Go and watch the Damian
I've seen
Priest
the
one.
Priest one, yeah.
Priest one's just as good.
I've watched.
He does talk about a few AEW wrestlers, and how they've helped him. And then
Brings ROH funny.
yeah, and then spoke about I think it's Adam Cole. He spoke highly of. I think it was Adam Cole. And a few of it, mate. It's so good. All of them are. Go and watch. And Chris Van Vliet never gets enough fucking praise, mate. Half the people, like Steve Blackman's on one today. Steve Blackman is one that's coming out today. I've seen it on the on his schedule. I put any money he gets signed to a WWE Legends contract after this.
I really enjoy it. I've not finished it. I really enjoy the CD one he's done.
I've not
CD
watched that. I
one,
need to watch
really,
that
really
one.
good.
That's on my list.
Really
I'll watch
good
that this
one.
week. But yeah, no, I agree. In regards to tapping up, I mean WWE have done it. WWE have done it for years. I'm not pretending they
Done it
haven't.
for years. When WCW
It's
was
just
existing, they both did it off each other. So
yeah, of course they did.
it's the business.
ECW did it to WCW to try and get back at WCW, and then WCW did it to WWE. Then WWE did it to WCW, and like that's what it was back then.
Bit of Vince bought both of
NWA,
them.
yeah, Vince brought them over, and he thought, "Fuck it, I'll just buy his."
Yeah, Vince
Um,
solved the problem by buying them both.
exactly. And then with TNA, it didn't. You had like Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle, not Sting, Mick Foley, Dudley's, Rhino, Raven, people like that were in WWE, went to TNA, make a bigger name for themselves in TNA, and then look at AJ, didn't come into WWE till 2016.
This is
All
it.
that long.
This is what
We're missing loyalty.
TNA
We're missing loyalty.
This is what I was trying to get on.
You,
The TNA stars of them days that were TNA stars, they were loyal to them till TNA wasn't loyal to them.
yeah, agreed.
Your AJs, your Samoa Joes, your Christopher Daniels,
Eric
your
Youngs.
Stings, Eric Youngs, until TNA lost its way with
Hogan.
on the Hogan and Anthem and whatever.
Yeah.
And they started to stab these guys in the back. That's when they go, well, yeah, well, that's it. Screw you. We'll go to WWE. And that's when you start seeing Joe going across and AJ turned up and Sting finally made his debut. Yes, debut in WWE at the ripe old age. By the way, have you seen Sting recently?
Yeah, mate. He looks fucking...
Full beard.
Take the beard off him, he looks like Ric Flair with his hair.
Leave the beard on him, it looks like Scott Steiner's become Sting.
Yeah, literally. It's fucking weird. Scared me when I saw it. Yeah, no, the companies do it. That's what companies do. Like you said, football's the same. Fucking hell. Real Madrid tapped up fucking Beckham and...
There's one that hit the press on my press yesterday. Obviously, I'm a Liverpool fan, so I'm on a lot of fan pages, and it's that Diaz has agreed personal terms with Bayern Munich. But there's been no conversation with the clubs. He's agreed personal terms. We don't. That doesn't mean we have to let him go. That's tapping up in a player way.
We did it with Cunha. We spoke to Cunha and Embuemo before we spoke to the club.
Yeah.
And it's a way of them going. Well, and it's a way of then the player goes, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm handing a transfer request. So then it makes it easier for them to offload them. It makes it easier. Rather than going, no, you're not going anywhere, we're not having anything. Then the player comes up to you and goes, I'm upset. Then you've got to try and give him a new contract.
Yeah, so this is the player and their agents being clever. Either they're going to get the transfer and a big money move, or they're going to get a new contract and a big money payoff.
And the wrestlers are the same. Let's face it. I know people like, they're in it because they love it. They're in it for money. Let's fucking put this out right. Matt Cardona saying he earns what he does. Like, he probably does earn what he does, but he's never been offered a contract back to WWE as Matt Cardona. And when he does, it'll be fucking a lot of figures, and he'll go, yeah, okay, I'll take it. That's what it is. Look at Strowman. Strowman got his fucking contract under Vince, which was nearly, I think it was just over $1 million. Triple H, he got released because Vince then went, actually, no, I don't want to give you that money. And then Triple H brought him in, but he wouldn't come in unless he had a figure like, I think it was somewhere in the region of Seth Rollins. I think Roman, at the time, Roman was highest. And Seth was just underneath him, and that's where he wanted to be. So Triple H gave it him. And then when TKO took over, went, hang on, he's getting paid too much, and he's not doing fuck all.
Apollo Crews.
Well, I mean, I'm guessing Apollo Crews is on fucking naff all compared to the fucking others now.
Still, mate, he is robbing Olivia.
Oh, of course he is, mate. He's the fucking Wayne Bridge of the fucking football world.
No. I have better. He is the Scott Carson of the wrestling world.
No, Scott Carson won things. At least he played. Yeah, Wayne Bridge never did.
He didn't play. He never played.
Scott Carson.
18 games.
Yeah, exactly. Wayne Bridge didn't for City. He sat on the bench and was on $200K a week.
Wayne Bridge was their main left back.
Yeah, no, but no, when he signed, yeah, and then at the point when he got his new contract, he didn't play. As soon as he signed his new contract to say I'm staying, and I think it was at the time it was like $100K, which was massive back then. He said, "I'm not going anywhere. I'm sitting on the bench." He could have been fucking sold time ago, and he didn't want to. I get what you mean with Carson. Carson's the same, but like, who was the other one that played for us that did it? It was a goalkeeper, Lee Grant. Lee Grant signed a contract. I mean, he was only on like 50K, but he wasn't going to get 50K anywhere else. And he was happy to be a fucking third choice goalkeeper, and he wouldn't leave. Now he's a goalkeeper trainer for United. Under 21s. That's probably why Onana's shit. Anyway, but yeah, no, All In's gonna be good. I am looking forward to All In. All In's great. All In's always good every single year it's on. So it's just that shit that it's in Texas and not in the UK. But I like what they're doing. They're putting it at 8 o'clock for us UK fans. I like that, Tony. That's actually decent from you. I'll give you that. You're not the wanker of the week this week.
Yeah, we've had a wanker of the week for a while, have we?
Who could be the wanker of the week? Who's pissed me off?
I got my own this week. I've just read there, though, something's just come through my phone, so I thought I'll just talk a point. About Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross has outsold 3 of the heavy hitters again this month in Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and John Cena. Oh, no, it's Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and John Cena. Jay took the top spot.
Jay's top. He's outsold everyone the last few months.
Trips.
And did you watch Raw?
No.
So he took out Sammy again. And then he did an interview. And before he even spoke, the whole crowd started chanting, "We want Cross." Did an interview about Sami Zayn, and then he just started chanting his name all the way through it. Listen, I think we are getting Cross. I think he is going to sign a new contract. I don't think he'll go anywhere.
Do you know what you should start doing, though? In these interviews, the crowd starts chanting, "We want Cross." Just let you go. Listen to the people and walk off.
Yeah,
get them to agree on it, obviously.
That could fucking bite you on the ass as well if you do that. If you just fucking do that out of the blue, then Triple H is probably going to go, well, you don't take them.
No, that's it. Get them to agree on it first. Like, if the crowd starts chanting, "We want Cross, we want Cross," then we let Cross just go, right, you've agreed on it? Yeah, okay. I just go, listen to the people and walk away.
Yeah.
You
also need to build us. You need to carry on doing. Yeah, I get what you mean. But yeah, I don't think he's going anywhere.
You got the next Kofi Mania, Bryan Danielson, Yes movement there potentially.
Yeah, he ain't going anywhere. People are like, "Oh no, that fucking fell off." People are like, "Oh no, he's leaving. He's gonna go to AEW. He's gonna go to TNA and he's not going anywhere." I think he's signing a new contract. I just don't think he will. I think he's probably seen the figures he's making from t-shirts and shit, and the fact that if this carries on the way it's going, he's got something here.
Yeah.
And then if it does go down the route of R-Truth,
Yeah.
you've got the R-Truth shit on where you're gonna have to hire him back. So I just think he'll just sign a new contract. I also think, what's his name? His contract's coming up. Someone else. WWE. Apparently AJ signed a new extension.
Yes, a year, I believe.
Yeah, and then he's done, retiring, which is fair play. Made his fucking money. He might as well fucking retire.
It's going to be a horrible ride for the next couple of years, guys, because AJ's done in a year. Seth's done in 3, did Seth say? Or was that Roman?
No, that's Seth. Seth said 3. Roman will be
No,
done in
one
the
said
next
3,
year and a
one
half.
said 4. One said 3, one said 4.
Oh, then it'll be 3. Roman will be 3. Seth will be 4.
Yeah, Seth 4.
I don't think Roman's got 4 in him.
But yeah, I think Seth was actually 4 or 5. Seth has said he's done in the next 4, I'm sure it was 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
so the next 5 years.
Makes sense, Roman to be 3 then.
The landscape is going to change massively.
But then that's also a good thing, because they're also the polishing Breaker. Because Breaker's going to turn on Seth. Especially after Raw. Right at the start of the promo, Seth was about to talk and Braun took the mic off him. And Seth looked pissed off and was like, what the fuck are you doing? Before he started ranting down about Sami Zayn. And then Seth was like, okay then. But there's seeds being planted for Braun eventually down the line to turn on Seth.
Or them to turn on him, to clear him off on his own, to put somebody that needs the group.
Yeah, or just because Bronson doesn't even need to be there.
No.
Bronson doesn't need to be there. Paul apparently is going to go with Braun once he breaks away. From the report today. I can see it. It's fair enough. Bit of an hard hitter. The next Brock Lesnar kind of thing.
Seth never needed
Paul
at all.
No, I do feel like Paul's wasted there. Like, I'm looking at it and he doesn't do fuck all.
Yeah, but who do you put Paul with, though? That's the thing.
You just don't. Just keep him on TV for a bit. There's it's like Rhea. You ain't gonna miss him at this moment in time. When he comes back, it's gonna be a massive pop. So bring him back when, I don't know, maybe Jimmy needs him. I mean, Jimmy doesn't need him. Jimmy can speak. You need to give him someone like an Obafemi or a Miles Bourne from NXT, or Jasper Troy. Someone like that from NXT that could do with a mouthpiece. Obafemi don't need a mouthpiece, but I feel like when he comes up to the main roster, he probably does need some help.
But because you could build him up as my next.
Well, that's another thing that I've noticed as well, by the way. I mean, obviously, Dusty did a lot of the promo work. But, like, Roxanne shit on the mic. Absolutely awful on the mic, Roxanne. Camille Hayes was alright in NXT. He's not really cut promo on the main roster. Bron Breakker isn't bad, but he's not great. Who's the other one that I had a really thing with? I saw it the other day. Roxanne Perez and someone else that's on the main roster came from NXT, and the promo worked shit. And I totally agreed with him. I can't remember, but there was someone else as well, and I'm like, he's right. Trick's great. Trick's great on the mic. Stephanie's obviously it's the language barrier. Same with Julia. Jordan will probably be fine. She's done it in TNA, so there's no issue there. But yeah, I just feel like the promo working in NXT, some of them are great and just have it. And then like Ethan Page, fucking perfect.
natural at it.
Ricky
That's
Saints,
the problem, though.
perfect.
There isn't, if you think about it, anybody that's not like a retired, completely retired, not doing anything, there isn't a mic man that's free to go in there to help them.
Well, there's one man that could be in a group. Paul Heyman.
Yeah, Paul could go down and work with him. It'd be great.
I know you don't like him. Punk. Punk's fucking mint on the mic. There is very few people that can beat Punk on the mic. He's fucking great. Regardless if you like him or not, he's great.
It's a perfect spot for Road Dogg as well.
Yeah, but then again, Road Dogg's the fucking main writer for SmackDown.
Okay. Yeah.
Hence why the tag team's probably getting so much love.
Yeah, because Road Dogg has not had to be a
Maybe get Billy Gunn in and get Billy Gunn on Raw. But yeah,
no.
All In this weekend. Again, we say it again. We are live for All In, starting at 8 o'clock. And then, depending on time, Saturday night's main. I won't watch Saturday night's main event just to see what happens with the end of Goldberg and Gunther. See if Seth cashes in.
See what time it runs to. I'd say it might just finish.
Well, if it starts at 1, mate, I've got an hour. Then I might just play 2K for an hour. I'll watch the AEW post show, which will probably be Tony Khan, not blinking into a camera. It was a great show. We really liked it. Questions? Also, I mean, I don't even need to ask you this question because I already know the answer. Is CM Punk the worst thing to happen to AEW? Did you say no then?
Yeah.
Wow. Go on. What is?
Yeah, I would say it's a close second. And the worst thing that happened to AEW is that Tony Khan books everything.
Okay. But did it not all start when CM Punk came in?
No, I feel the one thing that AEW has lacked in since the beginning is Tony Khan
storylines,
booking things, but giving too much freedom for things as well. So he seems like someone comes from it and it's like an exciting, oh yeah, we'll do that. And I think like from the inauguration of him letting Cody Rhodes book himself in a match where he lost and means he couldn't wrestle for the AEW World Championship again is the reason why Cody Rhodes is no longer an AEW wrestler. Probably among other things, but one of the reasons. Because Cody Rhodes, what could Cody Rhodes do now? Where would Cody Rhodes be wrestling now? Against Adam Cole and Kyle Fletcher? Because he couldn't go no further. And like Jericho, letting Jericho completely change his gimmick on a regular. I think he's too quick at going, yeah, let's do this. Yeah, it's great. I think the booking is the worst thing for AEW. Then CM Punk. And I don't necessarily mean CM Punk signing for him, but once again comes back to the creative. CM Punk been given too much power.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Is the problem. And then obviously bowing down and making a new show just for CM Punk. So you kept them on your roster.
Yeah. No, fair play. I was expecting you to say Punk straight away.
No, he is.
Thought it was a way of getting a dig in at CM Punk for another week.
Too easy now.
I know. So obviously, last thing. Again, I've been trying to scroll the internet for ratings for Raw and Dynamite because I'm so intrigued to see it. I know Raw isn't doing too good on Netflix. I know it's always around the 5th.
It's easily watchable the next day. I think that's the issue.
I think that's the issue with it. But Max, like, I don't know what Max is like. Is Max like Netflix? I don't know. But ratings on TV, obviously Dynamite had that big week where they had the 4-hour show which beat NXT. since that, NXT dominated. NXT did 729,000 2 weeks ago. Dynamite did 613, and then last week NXT did 627, whereas Dynamite did 584. So it's in the 4-hour shows, or that 1 4-hour show, because the one before it, NXT, was better. Proved that they can do something with storylines. So please, Tony Khan, please after All In, don't let it go downhill, and please that's where I was going with it. Please let storylines continue.
Yeah.
And don't make some shit decisions.
Yeah.
Could you make a shit decision? Yeah, the one shit decision you could make this week is giving John Moxley the title. It's keeping John Moxley with the title.
Or Beast Mortis winning the men's gauntlet.
Oh, yeah. Or Mercedes winning the women's. So, yeah, it could go down a few routes. One of them's happening.
Yeah.
One of them
is winning the gauntlet.
Yeah. Both the women's and the men's winning.
Do I call it do I call it now?
What do you think first? Do you think the women's match will be first or the gauntlet match?
I think we'll open with a gauntlet match.
Do you think? I don't. I think we'll open with a tag match, the 3-way tag match, to get the crowd pumped up.
But I don't want to gauntlet matches.
And then
the gauntlet match has the potential to pump them up because you get a return.
I agreed, but I think they'll start off with the 3-way tag, and then go to a gauntlet, and then they'll leave a gauntlet towards the end.
Yeah, we'll do the 3-way tag gauntlet, then potential Cole, Fletcher.
Yeah.
Gauntlet, and then they'll go Mox, Okada, Kenny, Tony Storm. The tag, and then
the main event. So that could mean if Beast Mortis wins the men's, Mercedes Moné is winning the women's title.
Just remember, we called this 3 weeks ago.
We did, to be fair. We did. But yeah, no, that's it. Like I said, we are live from 8 o'clock. Well, probably about 10 to quarter to. On TikTok. Are we doing Twitch? We'll see if we feel on the day. It means I've got to fucking swap everything over. We'll see. Well, we live differently live on TikTok, so come join us on TikTok at about 7:45 for no. Well, yeah, NXT will be on in the background, but All In
for everything.
Yeah, literally from 8 p.m. on Saturday we'll be live for Great American Bash, All In, and Saturday night's main event. And
Brent's Got Talent, or
whatever else is X Factor, Pop Idol. Fucking hell, that's going back a few years, isn't it? And then on Sunday I will be live at 11:45 for Evolution, so come join us for that. Again, no weekly TV show still. Just had no call for it. As much as it's started to pick up a little, all three brands. Well, all three companies. Both companies, WWE and AEW. There's still no call for it, and we don't really want to put ourselves being tired for no fucking reason. Because I'm sleeping better, so.
Yeah, I don't feel as tired as much now. So yeah,
exactly.
And I'm in bed now most nights by 12. So.
Yeah, he's old now.
Go to bed at 12, I go to sleep at 1.
Yeah, I know we go. Depends when Angry James is finished. If he's streaming, if not, then I'll just go about 11 and nod off at about 11:30. But yeah, no, that's us. That's the main event this week. One. I know, yeah. Mate, I fall asleep doing fucking anything. As soon as I hit live, when I go live on Twitch, one up Matt 89. As soon as I go live on Twitch, I yawn, and I don't know why. As soon as I start streaming, I yawn. I'm always tired, and I don't know why. Fucking weird, man. I'm old.
You're old, Greg.
I'm old and grey. But yeah, that's us for now.
No, yes. Yeah, that's us. I say catch you all on Saturday.
Yes.
Until then.
Peace.